Well, this morning we have a very special guest in the studio. 오늘부터요. 5일 동안 EBS의 대표 어학 프로그램의 선생님들 모시고 새 학기, 새 달을 맞아 영어 학습에 도움이 될 만한 이야기 나누고 또 좋은 팁도 얻는 시간 꾸며봤습니다. 오늘 그 첫 번째 순서로 Start English의 정재현 선생님 모셨습니다. Good morning, Jay.
Good morning. It's good to see you again.
It's lovely to have you back in the studio.
Feels like home. Friends home.
How many months ago was it that you were on the show? A couple of months?
I think it was, about, not that much.
I'm sure our listeners will remember. 몇 달 전에 저희가 그때도 특집을 하면서 선생님 처음으로 모셨었죠.
맞아요, right. Yeah.
시간이 모자랄 정도로 할 얘기가 정말 많았는데 오늘은 또 그런 못다한 얘기 플러스 이번에 이제 Start English의 진행을 맡게 되셨어요. 여러 얘기를 좀 나눠보도록 하겠습니다.
Very excited.
자, 모르시는 분들을 위해서 자기소개 좀 부탁드릴게요.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jay. 모닝스페셜 listeners may have been listening to my voice through Jay's English Adventure. I teach English and I have taught a lot of people from all walks of life. And now I have taken on a new role. Start English. This one.
여기 있습니다. 여기 저희 교재 보이는 라디오로 띄워드리고 있는데
I cannot still believe this. It's happening.
언제 또 교재는 이렇게 또 부지런히 만드셨대요. 우리 오늘 이 교재 총 3분께 선물을 드릴 겁니다. 여러분이 이 교재 받고 싶으시다면은 지금 바로 스타트로 시작되는 삼행시를 보내주시면 되겠습니다. Start English를
Start
이제
English, yes.
맡으셨기 때문에 스타트로 삼행시 지금 바로 샵 1045와 반디로 보내주세요. 그럼 저희가 3분 뽑아서 요 4월 교재 보내드리도록 하겠습니다. 알렉스 선생님과 함께 이렇게 사진 찍혀 있네요.
Yeah.
네, 그래요. 자, 그러면 또 물론 제이 선생님께 궁금한 질문도 많이 보내주시고 생방송이니까 우리가 최대한 여러분의 질문도 함께 반영해서 물어보도록 하겠습니다.
That would be lovely.
네, 일단은 뭐 Start English 얘기부터 시작을
Yeah.
해볼까요?
Yeah.
So you're the new host of Start English. 각오 한 말씀.
각오. First of all, this is surreal for me. I've never thought of becoming a host of an English program at EBS. Here I am now. With this
Anything
book.
is possible.
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
I'm realizing that now. Yeah. So I'm really excited and thrilled to take over Start English. But at the same time, I feel this great sense of responsibility to make sure that things go well as intended.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
help students start speaking English. 5 big words, right?
Help students start
Speaking
English.
5 big words.
네, 바로 이런 목적을 가지고
Right.
사람들이 다 영어를 할 수 있게끔
Right.
돕겠다.
Yeah.
선생님이 지난 시간에 와서 이제 개인적으로 어떻게 영어 공부를 하게 되셨는지
Right.
얘기를 많이
Yeah.
해주셨는데 그거를 제가 좀 간략하게 요약을 좀 해보자면 20살 때 처음으로 영어 공부를 시작하셨다고 했어요.
Yep.
2살도 아니고 12살도 아니고
20.
20살 때까지
Right.
영어 공부를 전혀 안 하시다가
Not at all.
예, 호주에 가셨는데 그냥 맨 땅에 헤딩.
맨 땅.
그래서 이게 호주 영어인지
the right
미국
word.
영어인지 영국 영어인지 그런 것도 모르고
Yeah.
가셨다고
Yeah.
하셨죠.
Well, I didn't care.
야, 그래서 굉장히 인상적이었고요. 많은 분들이 와, 이렇게 늦게 시작해도
Right.
다 할 수 있구나라는 용기를 많이 얻으셨거든요. 그래서 정말 이 적임자라는 생각이 더욱더 들고 이제 영어의 시작을 예, 어떻게 할 수 있는지를 선생님이 잘 알려주실 것 같습니다. 알렉스 크리스 선생님과 그 첫 방송 녹음하셨죠? 네, 긴장 많이 되셨었나요? How was it?
Well, so before I start talking about what happened on the first day, I really like to say thank you, Alex and Sunghoon PD, for your help, support, and patience. Like, without you guys, I'm nothing but dust. Really. That's what I completely felt on the first day when I walked out of the door. Like,
This sounds like something you'd say at a film award ceremony.
it's true, actually. So, it's the first day when I got into the studio, I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It was
Why?
think about it. It was my first studio-based teaching without engaging with real students. In a physical class, you get to see how your students are doing and if they're engaged and if we are on the same track.
Yeah.
And you keep your eyes on the move all the time. And I know, right?
Yeah.
But without having any of those reactions and resources or clues, I just had to do my thing.
Use your imagination.
Yeah, with imaginary students.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
I was like, the whole time in the studio, Alex and I were only the person in the studio.
Yeah.
So I kept asking Alex a lot of questions. Way too many. Like the whole time I was like, Alex, I'm going to say this. Is it okay? And he said, Jay, it's okay. Your first name.
그렇죠.
Alex. Yeah. So Alex, 1,000 times like a sneeze.
오프라인으로도 강의 사실 많이 하셨는데
Right.
이제 우리가 방송을 특히 녹음을 하시다 보니까 내가 지금 누구를 상대로 가르치고 있는 거지? 지금 잘 알아듣고 있는 건가? 이 피드백이 바로바로 오지 않아서
Right, yeah.
처음에는 좀 많이 어색하셨나 봐요.
Right.
그러니까 오늘이 있는 겁니다. 오늘 저희 생방송하고 있으니까요. 여러분의 바로바로 오는
홍이.
피드백.
Yeah, I really need that
이게
responses.
많이 도움이 될 것 같아요. 나 이런 게 좋다.
Yeah.
이런 게 좀 힘들다.
Right.
뭐 이런 여러 가지
Or 이게
피드백.
졸리다. Then I can change the subject anytime, right?
졸릴 수가 있나요? 선생님 얘기를 들으면서.
Well, there's chance always.
All right.
Yeah.
So who would you say would be your target audience for Start English?
Good question. Anyone. If you feel like joining, you just join. Anyone can come, but let's say Start English is very carefully crafted for those who want to start and
Literally,
then
yeah.
keep going. That's the purpose, right? So say you understand English but you can't speak, please come. And you think it's impossible to learn to speak because you think you're too old, you really should come, right? And you don't like English and you think English is boring, but then you think you may need to learn to speak. Well, congratulations. This program is actually cut out for you. So, perfect. You are all invited.
아하. 영어를 오랫동안 공부했는데 이게 말이 안 나와 하시는 분들. 영어 너무 하고 싶은데 어떻게 해야 되는지 모르겠다 싶으신 분들. 영어가 싫은데 하기는 해야겠다 하시는
Right.
분들.
Yes.
I think you've covered everyone. 모든 사람들을 위한. 네.
So,
그래서-
anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you said it's not just for starting, but it's for keep going, for
Keep
keeping on.
going is
Yeah.
very important. So
exactly.
our job is not to make you to speak like a native English speaker in a few months. No, not at all. What we are trying to do is to make you truly feel that you can start, you can do it, and you can say it. That's our purpose and goal.
Exactly. 이 책의 머릿말을 보니까요. 교재 내용이 쉬웠다가
Yeah.
할만했다가 좀 어려워지거나 뭐 그럴 때 다시 또 쉬워지는 전술적인 플레이를 자랑한다
Right.
라고 이렇게 재미나게 쓰셨던데 이런 부분이 기존 교재와는 다르게 좀 느껴졌어요. 어떻게 구성하신 의도가 있는지 이렇게 구성하신 의도가 어떤 것인지 설명을 좀 해주시겠어요?
So think about it. This is a start English, right? I want anyone to come, jump in anytime and start anytime. I really want them to feel very comfortable when they start learning. There's no reason to be uncomfortable anyway. I can tell you this from my own experience. I learned English in my early 20s. And I did not know the grammar. I did not know difficult vocab at all. And I didn't learn the hard way. So here, what I'm trying to do is to make my book like this. Let's say, okay, so it starts out easy and manageable. And then at some point, it will get a little bit challenging. This is where you will improve your skills. But as it starts easy, it will end easy too. So that you can jump in anytime, take a break, come back, and you don't have a heart attack. Right? That's the whole
We don't want
point.
to have a heart attack. 그렇군요.
Yeah.
쉬었다가 할만했다가 좀 어려워지거나 싶을 때 그때 다시 쉬워지는
Right. Yeah.
네, 그런 걸
Strategy.
그런 스트래티지를 이 스타트 잉글리시를 통해서 여러분들이 직접 경험할 수 있다라고 하십니다.
this is very important thing I want to say. So start, and then when you have enough with us, the main the point is that you are no longer a starter, right? And when you are no longer a starter, you can move on to the next level, which is easy English. And I really want you to feel that, it can be easy.
Yeah.
And then move on to the power English. And I really want you to feel powerful in your ability to speak and learn and improve. That's the whole point. That's the whole thing. What we are here for, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you've described it step by step for us. First of all, you have Start English.
Right.
And then you can move on to Easy English, Power English.
and more and more and more.
Yeah.
There are so many here, right?
Perfect.
Yeah.
그래요. 자, 여러분의 많은 응원 부탁드리겠습니다. 또 질문도 보내주시고요. 우리 삼행시 여러분, 정말 많은 분들이 보내주셔서 저희가 좀 소개해드릴게요. 스타트 이렇게 해서 삼행시 받아보고 있습니다. 한번 볼까요? 자, 선생님이
와우.
이렇게 스타트 첫 글자를 읽어주시면 제가 첫 글자를
Right.
읽을까요? 그래요. 그러면은 제이 선생님이 그 다음에 읽어주시면 되겠습니다.
Okay.
자,
Let's do it.
임유리님입니다.
스타트 잉글리시를
타,
타이트하게
트.
트라이겠습니다.
좋네요. Start
I
English를
love this. Yeah.
타이트하게 트라이
트라이
하겠다.
하겠습니다. Very good. Very nice. Please.
좋습니다. 1278님,
스탑하지 마. 지금이
타,
타이밍이야.
트.
트라이 해보자 영어.
I love this too.
I love that.
와, 스탑하지 마. 좋네요. 자, 김지현님은요,
스치기만 해도 귀에 쏙쏙 들어오는
타,
타이 추정을 불허하는 초급 영어의 강자.
트.
Try now 함께해요. Start English. That's one. Yeah.
This is fantastic.
No need to think. Well,
아주 좋습니다. 지금 받아 적으시는
Yeah.
거예요?
Yeah, I
그리고
love it. I love it.
권종희님은요,
스타 강사의 포스가 보입니다.
타,
타 강사님들과의 차별성이 확실히 보이는데요.
트.
특별한 매력에 시원한 보이스까지 늘 함께하고 싶어요.
정말
Gonna put name
좋네요.
down again. It's very personal, like here.
이분 별표 이렇게.
Yeah, love it.
네. 정말 읽기만 해도 에너지가 생기는 것 같고요.
Yeah, I love it.
여러분 계속해서 이렇게 삼행시 보내주시면은 저희가 요 코너 끝날 때쯤 해서 선물 받으실 분 발표하도록 하겠습니다. 저희가 이 교재 보내드릴 거예요. 세 분께 스타트 잉글리시고요. 제이 선생님과 그다음에 알렉스 선생님이 함께 만든 책이 되겠습니다. Alright, well let's take a break. We're going to come back right after this. The Last Good Night, Pictures of You. Pictures of You by The Last Good Night 들려드렸습니다. 자, 계속해서 삼행시 보내주세요. 스타트! 저희가 지금 보이는 라디오 여기 끝에 살짝 책 세워놨는데 보이시나요? 이따가 제가 한번 더 옮겨보도록 하겠습니다. 스타트 잉글리시 책 교재 저희가 세 분께 보내드릴 거니까요. 계속해서 삼행시 보내주시고 오늘 제이 선생님, 정재현 선생님과 함께 하고 있습니다. 우리 코너에 선생님 목소리가 매일 나오잖아요. Jay's English Adventure. 네, 개인적으로 가장 기억에 남는 에피소드가 있을까요?
All the stories are really, of course, memorable. But I really love to think about the story with Sanjay, my friend, and
yeah?
also my coworker. We worked together in the kitchen, and I was chef once.
The broth.
Yeah, the broth. Did you see that last
I remember
episode?
that. Yes.
Yeah, it still makes me really laugh all the time. So,
그 뭐
course.
사골 국물 같은 거 끓이셨는데
Right.
그 친구가 잘 몰라가지고
Right.
실컷 잘 끓여놓고서는
5 hours.
그래서 뼈만 남겨놓고 국물은 다 내다 버렸다는.
And then he brought me all these carrots and,
이게
bones. I'm like,
사골만
don't tell
주면
me.
어떡해. 그때 뭐라
Yeah.
그러셨어요, 영어로?
Sanjay, please don't tell me that you don't have that broth, right?
Where's the
you
broth?
have kept it somewhere, right? And he was like,
No.
So where is it now? He said, drain.
No.
Sanjay. Right, but yeah, just think about that. Think about this. I love working with him and I love all the stories with him. Like, the people I've met and learned from is very, very important lesson still now. you see, different cultures we bring, different accents we have, and similar mistakes we make throughout the learning journey.
Yeah.
That really helps me and keeps me not to forget where it all started.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is there a moment that really made you go, this I really want to study English harder? 뭐 어떤 나에게 자극이 된 순간이 있었을까요?
There was not in the episode, but
Okay.
was not allowed to have them in. But yeah, just working in a cafe full of Australians. I was only the person, let's say Asian. And then they really, busy cafe. They don't really care about what you don't speak, where you speak. They don't really care about anything. They just want to be part of you. You just have to work because you get paid. That's the theory that they had.
Yeah.
So I had to really work really hard to not only understand what they say, but also customers. Because I was part of the team, but also I had to work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
To survive. So, yeah, the whole time that I was scolded and, Jay, what did you say? I don't understand your accent. Can you say that again? Everything what I've heard, that has somehow planted a seed that grew.
So that sort of intense atmosphere and the environment that you were in really made you work harder and improve your English?
Yeah, and turn into a monster. Yeah.
역시 그 현장에 있을 때
Right.
어쩔 수
Yeah,
없이 하게
survivor
되는
ones are
정말 생존을 위한
yeah,
거였군요.
survival.
내가 지금 영어를 하지 않으면 나 이거 카페에서 일하고 뭐 식당에서 일하고 이런 거 못하고
get fired and you
돈을
gotta
못
get another
버니까.
job and that will repeat and I didn't want that. I wanted to keep that job.
역시
So, yeah.
네, 자극을 위해서는 진짜 그냥 실전이
Yeah.
중요하군요.
Hungry.
알겠습니다.
Stay hungry.
Stay hungry, absolutely. 영어를 대하는 우리 자세
Yeah.
굉장히 중요하잖아요.
Right.
어떤 마음가짐으로 우리 청취자분들이 선생님의 프로그램을 들으면 좋을까요?
So let's say if you're hungry, what do?
I look for food.
Yeah. If you're thirsty, you drink.
Yeah.
If you want to speak, you speak. Plain and simple, and we forget.
If you want to speak, you speak.
If you want to write, you write. Right? It's
진짜
so
그런 것
simple,
같아요.
and we forget.
나 영어 회화 하고 싶다 백날 말하는 것보다
다
하는 게
Speak then.
네.
Speak today, start English. That's a
Exactly.
catchphrase.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So speak out loud,
Right.
say something, just go for it.
Yeah, so I think when it comes to learning a language, I think we really need to understand there's two things. Number one, it's based on my experience. A language is all about cultures.
Yeah.
And you really understand the cultures as well. That's all I talk about in the episode. Number two, you're going to make mistakes, lots of mistakes, and therefore you should have fun along the way, right? Mistakes are really fun. No mistakes, no gains. Right? Don't you agree?
I agree,
Right?
yeah.
So I think that's why kids are learning, kids are really good at picking up the language and fast because they are so good at mimicking everything what they hear. Everything they hear. Without knowing the meanings of what they hear, they just speak and speak and speak. That's how we learn our first language too. Think about it, right?
Yep, exactly. Just speak and don't be afraid of making mistakes. Just be like a child.
Yeah, like a child.
좋습니다. 그런 아이와 같은 마음으로 실수하면 뭐 어때?
Right. It's okay. Like
Not the end of the world.
mistakes are mistakes, and you need them. You need them to improve.
네, 그런 마음가짐으로
Right, yeah.
선생님의 프로그램을 들으면 되겠군요. And I feel that with you in general as well,
Yeah.
you know, your exploration and adventures in Australia and just you as a person, I feel you're a very open person, very
Right.
open-minded
Yeah.
to language, culture, everything.
Everything.
And I
Everything.
think that's the mindset that your listeners should have as well when they're tuning into the
Yeah,
show.
yeah. That's how. Yeah, that's we Alex and I and PD and people because we have a team to help you go through that difficult part, which is not really difficult though we believe it, to make sure that please, it's not that hard. It's not that difficult. So I'm going to try my best to make sure that I really, really hope that you start believing that you need to know a lot of vocab, you need to make a lot of long and complex sentences, and you need to have a really good American or whatever the accent is to speak well, because that's not always true, right? The shorter the better, the easier the better, I believe. So don't worry. How do you make long sentences? You get all these short sentences and glue them and put them together. That's how we make long sentences.
That's absolutely
Right.
true. Yeah, the shorter the better.
Shorter the better.
짧을수록 좋다. 심플한 문장들 많이 만들다 보면
And then you just put them together
Yeah.
and that's it. Here we go.
Exactly. 아, 좋습니다.
Yeah.
자, 이렇게 스타트 잉글리시의 새 진행을 맡으신 정재현 선생님, 제이 선생님과 얘기 계속 나누고 있는데요. 오늘 스타트로 삼행시 받고 있다고 했죠. 자, 여러분의 삼행시 살펴보도록 하겠습니다. 이문아 님이요. 제가 스 하면 선생님 읽어주세요.
네.
스,
스몰해진 영포자 나.
타,
들어가는 조마조마한 마음.
트.
티였네. 스타트 잉글리시 만나서 반갑습니다, 제이쌤.
그래요. 타 들어가는 마음이 트였다. 와, 뭔가 뻥 뚫리는 기분 느껴지는데요.
Yeah, writing everything down now.
바쁘십니다. 제이 선생님. 다 받아 적으랴, 뭐 읽으랴. 자, 4678님. 스,
Start English. 타락한
스,
스미고리 반지를 쫓듯 열심히 듣고 싶어요.
my precious 이런 건가요? 자, 이금영님은요.
스치기만 해도 인연이 되는 타의 추종을 불허하는
트.
트럭만큼의 정보를 드립니다.
트럭만큼의 정보. 네, 엄청 큰 트럭일 것 같은데요. 자, 그 다음으로 8781님입니다.
Smile, always smile 하며 타고난 긍정 에너지로
트.
트레이닝 제대로 시켜주는 Start English.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Lovely.
자, 송경연님은요. 쓱
들어봤어요. Jay's Adventure에서 제이쌤 목소리를요.
타
선생님들과 차별화되는 선생님만의 경험과 노하우가 인상적이었어요.
트.
틀림없이 대박나실 거예요. 저도 제이쌤 목소리 들으러 갈게요. Way to go, 제이쌤.
네, 좋습니다. 자, 그러면 이 중 제이쌤이
This is hard.
두 분을 뽑아주시면은 네, 선물 저희가 드리도록 하겠습니다.
Wow. This is hard.
네,
Oh
좀
my
뽑아주세요.
goodness.
이게 영어 공부하는 것보다 더 어려워요, 선생님. 이
Wow.
선물 받으실 분 고르는 게.
It's harder than making the book.
But the clock is ticking, so you're gonna have to pick
now,
someone.
I'll have to go for 송경연님.
네, 좋습니다. 네.
Thank you for your support. And I'll probably go for 김지연님. We had her in the very beginning, I think.
그랬나요? 네.
Yeah.
송경연님 그리고 김지연님인가요?
Right,
네.
yes.
두 분과 더불어서 저희가 또 저희 팀에서 한 분 추첨을 통해서 뽑았습니다. 저희가 당첨자 리스트는요, 홈페이지에다가 올려드릴 거니까요. 내가 당첨이 됐는지 홈페이지에 들어가셔서 확인하시면 되겠습니다. 김지현님, 송경연님, 그리고 권종희님
Yeah,
이렇게
right.
세 분 저희가 선물 보내드리도록 하겠습니다. 선물은 바로 여기 보이는 라디오 저 오른쪽 끝에 보이시죠? 네, 교재, 4월 교재고요. Start English 교재를 보내드리도록 하겠습니다. Well, before you go, tell us when people can tune in to Start English.
Okay, so it airs Monday through Saturday from 7 to 7:20. And
That's
then
right, yes.
You can listen again anytime through Bendy app.
Yes.
Isn't it?
네. 긴장하셨나요? 맞습니다.
This question was the hardest question.
제가
Yeah.
소개를 드릴 걸. 그래요. 매일 월요일부터 토요일까지
Right.
7시에서 7시 20분까지
20분?
방송이고요. 반디를 통해서 언제든지 재방송으로 들으실 수 있습니다. 선생님 이렇게 시간
Yeah.
내주셔서 정말 감사합니다.
Love to be here. Thank you very much. It's a great time.
Yeah, and as I said
Always
last
good to
time,
be here.
come back soon.
Yeah.
Thank you
I'll
so
come back
much.
soon too.
네, 여러분 앞으로 제이 선생님 우리 프로그램에서도 목소리 들으시지만 이제 Start English를 통해서 함께 영어 스타트 해보세요.